request today. That was it wasn't a financial one directly, but I think that the board needs more information when we're approving transfers of this magnitude. So that was my request.
Did Allison not answer your questions earlier, or?
No, she did. It's
she
just
did.
I
It's
wanted.
just in the future you'd like more.
Yes, and
information.
I really wanted to have a public explanation as to why we're moving $65,000, what it was about, and just that would be a better way to handle it, that we have that information. And
Well,
here she is.
There's Allison.
So what item are you on?
Item 13.
13.
Budget transfer?
Right, the planning team. Basically, what this is when we budgeted for the planning team, we budget 100% of the salaries in the 1000 series, and we assumed that they would all be filled, and we were contracting with Phil Gorney only until the chief planner position got filled. The contract for Phil Gorney is paid out of the professional special services, so as we are continuing to contract with them, we're simply moving the money out of the salaries into the contracting, and we are continuing to advertise for the chief planner position, and we hope to have it filled in the next several months. We also structured Phil's contract so that the total of the contract is not more than the equivalent total of the chief planner salary and benefits. So we'll continue, because we budgeted that way, because we didn't know at what point we'd be able to fill the chief planner position, we'll continue to transfer funds until we have that position filled.
When does his contract conclude?
I believe it concludes in April.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? How about action?
Move approval?
Move approval? Second. Been moved and seconded for item 513, transfer of $65,000. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Supervisor Koufax absent. 4-0 approval. Who pulled item 16?
No, I pulled item 19.
Supervisor Pinchas, please.
Yeah, this is an agreement with the Private Industry Council. It's an amount of $920,000. My first question is, it says it's going to $990,000 to serve 45 dislocated workers. That's $20,000 apiece. Wouldn't we be better if we just give them $15,000 each and they'd be happy and probably be further along? Well, it seems like a lot of money per person to serve dislocated workers. But anyways, my real question is it's not really a budget item, but I'm assuming that this kind of comes to the county and then we allow through the Workforce Investment Board. But if we make the contract and approve this with the impact for them to distribute the money, and what if the state doesn't come through with the money? Are we obligated with a $990,000 contract?
Basically, in order for the money to come to the county, we have to have a contract with the state. So we have a contract with the state for this money in the first place, and then we, through the WIB, in turn subcontract with MPIC, and there are always out clauses in it. So if the county doesn't receive the money, they don't pass it on to MPIC. And there have been times when on grants where the state did change. It was usually at the end of them, and it wasn't a whole lot. And then MPIC adjusts, and the contracts are amended, and there are out clauses.
Because with the state on the hunt for money, if I was a state auditor looking, or a guy in the worrying about with the dollars for the state, and I looked at where we're giving $20,000 a year to serve displaced workers per person, I'd think, well, maybe that's an area we can cut.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that we're not left holding the bag if somebody at the state level says, hey, this isn't a good deal.
Yeah. It is very clear that if we don't receive the funds, then the contract with MPIC is rescinded,
Okay.
and that's handled. Some of this money is federal money, and some of this money goes towards administration. The money also goes towards, they can relocate somebody to, if they have a particular skill that they're hiring for in Texas, they can be relocated to Texas. It also pays for education, so they could be retrained into a whole nother field.
I just believe that the state of California, these are the kind of things that the state's gonna cut back on, and I don't want Mendocino County to be holding
Yeah. No,
up a contract that the state reneged on.
these are standard things, and there are standard out clauses.
I